Hi, my name is MzGee. Welcome to Unpacking. I want to say thanks to Rock Ghana Wear, Workwear Ghana, I'm sorry, for this beautiful dress that I'm wearing this morning as I'm beginning to unpack what happens between the media and celebs. In recent times, we've heard a lot of things about the media and celebs not being happy about some publications, and they go on and on and on about the Ghanaian media. What's my problem actually is that they put all of us in one box, the Ghanaian media, and they're not promoting this, they're not doing that. So today, I'm trying to do a rant, I'm trying to unpack what the relationship between the media and the celeb is and what it should look like going forward and who takes the blame for what, I don't know. But what is news? One of the things I learned earlier is that when a man bites a dog, it's news. But when a dog bites a man, it's not news, because it's normal for a dog to bite a man. So what is news then? News is something, at least from what I've read, that you are uncovering, something that you are informing people, or a story, and just something. Let's use something. Something is better. But I want to read what I received. It says, a newly received or noteworthy information, especially about recent events, and information not previously known to someone. That is what they say news is. Now, some top journalists from across the globe have defined what they say news is. One of them is what I just told you earlier, which is by Dana, that when a dog bites a man, it's no news, but when a man bites a dog, it's big news. And it says that news is anything that is interesting, that relates to what is happening in the world, what's happening in the area of culture, that could be of interest to your audience. And that's from Kurt Lauder, who's also an American journalist. So having, established a little bit what news is, we begin to look at who then feeds the news to who. So majorly is the media that does the feeding of the news to the audience, to the public, and all of that. And we have too many kinds of mediums these days that does the dissemination of news. Now, we have electronic, of course. That's one of them that we're working on, TV, radio. We have the print media as well, that you already know. And now we have the new media, which is social media, which is what seems to be the order of the day. It works faster than any other form of communication or dissemination of information. Now, there's also a saying that no good news is news. It means that if it is news, it doesn't have to be good news. That's what some PR people say, that no good news is news, because not a lot of people are interested in it. But how do you turn this no good news is news to become news? Because, for instance, if you're coming to work or you're driving to work and you have a free lane to drive through, no traffic on the lane, it's not news. You are expecting that you drive through with no traffic. But if you're receiving information that there's an accident on the N1 and you should be careful, blah, 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 it's news to you, because you didn't know that the stretch on which you're going to work has been flooded or it has gridlock. So you want to be sure that you're being fed with that news. Now, recently, I had a conversation on the United Television with some other media persons, females, of course. Now, that allegation that, and this is how she puts it, all these media, they are interested in trending news and basically to put the celeb in bad light. Let's listen to Salma Mumin on this assertion.
It still comes back to publicity. I will include the newsmakers, such as the writers, the bloggers, and everybody who is, or war fielder, yede man news home. To say newsmakers.
Who are the newsmakers?
Platforms to say bloggers are to say newspaper, so to say radio, social media, TV, radio, TV, and all that. Me the blame no fa ebe to me in the sense say for a very long time these people have been wanting to trend at the expense of anything.
Who? These people?
When I say these people, like the newsmakers, like the TV stations, the radio stations, the bloggers on social media.
They want to trend?
They love to trend.
Clickbait.
Yes, they want the views.
They want a trending news.
Exactly. So for a very long time, adia omodema general public na bad news. Make this because you post a positive news about your craft, and then you get just few likes or views.
Response.
And it applies with the bloggers and the newsmakers. Once they see a bad news about somebody, it goes viral. And for a very long time, newsmakers have come to realize that instead of news, positive for a very long time, musicians, let me say, celebrities have come to realize this. Say, just say bad news may patch say yes, celebrities they want to trend back. Ain't no omuye nyoma bisa ain't say omuye news
the obey or the benya attention and the obey. So if that's the only way obeko amanko for can wansem no or the person
I feel say just like in the business world, customers do not know what they want until it's presented onto them. So if newsmakers should stop publicizing bad news about us when we post positive news about our craft, we would get the views and the attention that we need. Therefore, there won't be any need for people to go around saying all these kind of things just to get the attention they need for their crafts. It's also a point.
But when you say the kind, so it won't happen, right?
What say?
So you say it will not happen.
Why?
Meaning say
it will not happen.
I didn't see.
Yeah, because the negativity sometimes a bomb.
Negativity sells. Positivity can also sell if there is no negativity. If there is no negativity available, people will not have any choice but to go for the.
Do you know there are some people who?
So that's actress Salma Mumin speaking on her perception that the media is always looking out to trend with negative news about celebs. Now, also in that conversation, we had Safa, who also agrees to some extent with Salma.
Good and bad.
Yeah, they talk about it because once a miniature picture, because I'm not a mad person to see that this picture is very bad and I'll post it on the internet. Of course, I like it. It's a bad thing. I've never seen any negative comment on your page, but sometimes you wear something I feel like, oh, this is very, very pretty, but somebody else come and say that, oh, nana and the way we are now, because everybody will find a problem with it. But what I put on my page, I like it. However you think about it, that is your opinion. But when it comes to the bloggers, as someone I say, I understand some of them, they misquote you so much that even what they put as the headline is not even what you said.
Me and Kabio, can you control that, Sefa?
Sometimes you ubetimaka say enye say na me kind. Different say.
Can you control the other two abontin obi beka?
They say me
post a picture.
And I make us say me the picture to abontin na nkofo kan ho asema.
Okay, Sefa, share a picture.
We are not even talking about controlling. We are talking about something that is happening.
Who was some now by ma? Amma maybe media before
this picture
we come back to
me personally. Me who say a bad picture. Good. But a lot of people said it's a bad picture, and I understand because where we find ourselves, these things are not acceptable. We just say bad. Send a mad best no. I can bet you so channel. I'll wake up and I'll see something about me that somebody does not like. But I have put it outside. I like it. Your opinion, and if you go and post it, that is your business. I don't have a problem with it. But me, I'm not once and you are showing your opinion. That is different. But because it's not a be and I say something, I state something, I tell you this is what it is. And you go and repost it and put another something that has nothing to do with what I said. That is where I have a problem with when it comes to bloggers.
So if you can find a person or if you can sue the person, you do that, right?
It's good because you didn't say it and they said you
your
said
problem.
It.
If you find a problem with it, what would you do?
My problem, if I didn't say something and you said I've said it, I'll call you. I'll call you, I'll have management call you and ask you, I didn't say this because me, I'm somebody that may better not be or insult somebody else. I have to talk to you personally, like one-on-one, even though the disrespect was very high. I'll call you and tell you that I don't like this and this you did because I didn't say it. What I say. But say me post the picture. Now we'll fuck or post like I said, this is a very bad picture. Just like the way I saw it to be nothing. Somebody else can see it on page and see it to be nothing. So me taking my picture and going to post and say whatever I want to say, that is your problem. It's not my problem.
So as a media personality sitting in that conversation and listening to the celeb I thought to, find out what the problem could be with we the media. Now, I decided to go on social media, which almost every media house has a page on, to find out what we've posted, which these celebs call positive news, or which people refer to as positive news, and their engagements from even the celebs who have been tagged in these conversations. So let's see. Now, on the screen, you see a song from Diana Intri Hamilton now on your screen. And let's see. Has she responded? So she came there to say thank you so much to that conversation. So at least she has responded. Now, this is another conversation from myself. And anyway, so posted by Eugene. And I went there to respond. But with regards to this, some of these conversations that they post about celebs mostly are PR, relationship. Oh, you're advertising something. Can you place an advert on your platform for me? So let's move away from my side. I'm not even the one to talk about myself. Now, Ikokonsa posts Kidi, and he embarks on an anti-cyberbullying campaign as he tours schools. I'm still looking for Kidi's response in there. He didn't respond at all, and this is he projecting a project that Kidi is embarking on, anti-cyberbullying, and Kidi refused, or he didn't see it. He's been tagged in there. He didn't see it. He didn't respond. Now let's go back to Stoneboy's post. There's another one from Ikokonsa. It says, "It's Ghana to the world. Stoneboy tells individualistic-minded people in the entertainment industry." Is Stoneboy back there to respond? Has he said anything about it? Nothing from Stoneboy. Okay. Now, which post do we have? 3 Music, Fresh Out. Whose post is this? AMG Medical, Beyond Control, blah, 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 blah. I can't find AMG Medical respond to this that they refer to as positive content. They don't come to respond. My own small brother, Camido, features Mervin's record signee, Magix, and it's been posted there in a new song titled Slow. He was tagged in there, and Camido is yet to see it to respond. Okay. Zion Felix also starts with a post. Kidi starts performance of a song of his new EP, Foreplay, blah, 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 at a private listening now in Accra. And Kidi is there, tagged in there. I'm yet to see a response from him. Okay. GH Kweku, Adina Sheikh's Promised Land Festival in Australia, blah, blah, blah. And Adina, okay. Right, he didn't tag her, so I'll say maybe Adina didn't see it. Once you're not tagged, sometimes I presume that there are too many things on your feed, you don't get to see it. So that I can let go. They do not come mostly to respond to what they themselves call positive news. They do not come to respond to what you are doing freely to promote them. But they will come after they have posted their contents. Let's see some of the content they post and we amplify, and they come back to say, why did the media project this? Why didn't they project that? When we project that, you don't respond. But when we project the other ones, you say, why are we projecting that? Sometimes we even take it from their pages. So let's see what's up on their page and the response from social media, and maybe it being amplified by other people. So this is tweets from years ago about Kidi that surfaced on the internet. You know, about people he has talked about, blah, 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 politicians, people in the media, and blah, blah, blah. And it was amplified. Now, I heard Kidi say he doesn't understand why anybody would bring his tweets from old, even though he apologized. My concern is, what do you determine to be amplified by somebody who is in business? Once they are not telling lies about you, once they haven't fabricated that, how then do you decide what they should make newsworthy and what they shouldn't make newsworthy? Let's see what the fans have been saying about tweets from the past. So, for instance, this Kidi be the real content, Nyami, and all of that. They were all people on social media who were concerned about some of these tweets from Kidi. So, for instance, if a media house or a blogger puts all these responses together and writes Twitter bash Kidi, you will say, why did this media house write Twitter bashes Kidi? Well, didn't Twitter bash Kidi? Are you the one to tell the media house what to project? That is the problem between the celebs and the media. You want something to be projected for you, to sell you. We sell you. You don't come and appreciate that we are selling you, as though we owe you some favor. Look, when you go and get your block, you go and perform, get your block. How many of these journalists do you give some of the blocks to? We are paid by media houses that expect us to do our works. We are not your PR bodies. We are not your PR entities. We do our work to get paid and to the fullest and to the appreciation of our bosses. And again, these celebs should know that every media house has a media style. What you deem as negative news could be a style of projecting. I've worked in media houses where they say we are anti-government, so we always will keep government on their toes. So you will not see them talk about the day-to-day activities of the government. But if government fails, they definitely will put them on their toes. Every media house has got their style. You need to get your PR to come and do the work for you. Let's go to Samini and see a post from him and the reaction from social media. So Samini has a video that trended a while, that he was at the Legon gate trying to go in. He didn't forgot his card or whatever, and he posted it hoping that people will empathize and sympathize with him. It went the other way.
See this guy. This guy. He did a Legon gate there. At the go school, I left my card for the other car inside. The guy said, no, go make a pass. See him. You see? Everybody go see you. You be our guy, but today I go pass. Yeah.
Entitlements. I mean, he's my guy any day, but this totally shows how entitled most of your celebrities are. Well, he's come to apologize, but let's see what social media said that perhaps got him to apologize. Let's look at some of the comments. I know, Samini Pa, yeah, we get it that you're famous et al., but you should know the letting you in without a pass is his choice. He's doing his job. Imagine if you had to swipe a card before you go record the machine. Well, that's another question to ask. You don't have your card. The university has an exit that people in your situation can use, but you needlessly do a video to subject someone simply doing his job to public ridicule. You later come and complain about the laws not working in Ghana. So let's say another media house, a blogger, somebody decides to do all of this, put all of this together and say social media bashes Samini. That one too, it be the media will not doing job. The media, they project negative news. Well, Samini has apologized. Hopefully, it's because, or perhaps it's because people called him out, or maybe he didn't know what he was doing was wrong. So we have a tall list of people. Sarkodia goes around with his cigar, feeling all cool and all of that. What did Tweep say? Let's look at it. On page. He said it's a celebration. Is that a bottle of champagne I see? Plus one picture he credits whoever. So, on his page, you will hardly see his natives, his fans. Of course, he's entitled to even delete if they post anything that he doesn't like. So let's say I pick it and amplify it, which is my job, to amplify what I see on social media. It's news to me. I decide to amplify it. And commentary under my post doesn't go in his favor. Am I the one spreading bad news? How did it become me spreading bad news? You posted a picture. You felt, like Safa said, I felt cool about it. I posted it, and I get reactions that are not cool. Then you say the media is the one who is amplifying bad news. What is bad news? When you were posting the picture, did you think it was bad news? When you post those videos, do you think it was bad news? When you post the comment, did you think it was bad news? What do I do wrong when I decide to amplify what you have given me? You feed me with information. I feed a larger audience, or I feed a smaller audience. How then does it become me feeding them with bad news? And these are some of the comments. Yes, Akodi, I like you. I love you too. Smoking to show off today will cost you tomorrow. You will get supporters today. But when you have lung cancer, the people can't help you. Stop it. Smoking is not fun. It's a killer. Regards. And that's some comment from social media. And he will say, oh, why did the media post that? I really saw the media. No. Why do you say that you really saw they no post? They post to you, don't go and say thank you. I'm disappointed in Sarkozy, honestly. I thought that he doesn't smoke, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people will react the way they want to react to some things that you have already put there. Now, the people who even annoy me most in this conversation are those ones who grant an interview or you will give audience to on your platform, and then they say things the way they want to say it, and then you project the part of the conversation you feel you want to project, and then they come back to say, so all the things I talk, no, why that particular part where you want to project? You talk them or you not talk them. You talk the thing or you not talk the thing. See, this is what you do when sometimes you not talk something with the right story about you, or they project you in a certain light you don't like because you know that you haven't said that. Safa is kind enough to say that she will call the people and say, I didn't say this, drop it. But we've had cases of people actually suing people. I personally did an inference from social media about Stonebwoy. He asked his lawyers to write to me. I personally did an inference from social media commentary. he asks his lawyers to write to me. So there are people who have tested the law to check if, defamation and the consequences are real. So Natalie Ford some years ago sued news portals, 7 of them, because they wrote a story that she was pregnant for 4 different men. She didn't know who the father of the child was, and blah, 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 and she had run away or something. She sued 4 different portals. It shows you that, well, the media is not all that powerful. We are powerful, but there's a limit to the power. Now, there are some unscrupulous ones amongst us, and so definitely you will want to take the law into your hands. Now, let's see what the thing is, after Natalie Ford, the other people who have decided to take up cases with the media. Now, this is another example. Salma slaps Zandi Kamel with a 1 million lawsuit for defamation. So if we say something about you and you feel that it is not in the right order, you don't like the perspective which is taken, please try the courts. Rather than put all of us in one box and say the media did this and the media, no, they respect the media, they project this. And I know one person who does that freely and gets away with it all the time and still will come back to the media. Don't forget that you definitely will need the media in promoting whatever you want to promote. Your movie, your music, your fashion, and all of that. You will need the media. So don't work as though we work in isolation. You give us content. I always say that these celebs, they are my content. When you give me content, I get a job to do. I put something out there. There's Monaguchi also and Yvonne Nelson. I don't know how that panel. So we've also had even commentary on social media from Arnold and I think Jocelyn and the Okoro sisters, one of them. People actually will go the right way when they see that these things are wrong. So please, rather than sit down and put all of us in one box and say, and the media, there are those who are on YouTube doing YouTube videos, calling people names, writing things about them. Yes, sometimes it's hurtful. I've experienced too many of them. Yes, sometimes it's hurtful, but don't put all of us in one box. And when things happen and you feel like they are not happening the way you are intending for it to happen, you have the right channel to go to. You can go to the law court. Now, if also you grant an interview, be cautious of the words you put out there because you are under no obligation once you've spewed it to tell the media house, whoever you're granting this interview, which part of the interview you want projected. Some of you, I'm sorry, do not think before you talk. On that note, I'm done unpacking.
Well, thank you very much, MzGee. Whew. Kelly, Dr. Kelly, aka Dr. Kelly says, Culture Daily, 3 Music Networks. Well, thank you very much. It's more like a fantastic morning editorial. I love it. MzGee, shouts going out to you from Kelly. As Cyril said, the dust has to settle. Bro, the smoke is too much.
Bazookas everywhere. The smoke, the whole place. MzGee, are you okay?
I'm thinking of what will happen when I step out of this building. That's all I'm thinking about now. That's all I'm thinking about now. Please, I need people guarding me. Kelly, you are sitting at home saying big ups. Come and guard me. They'll go slap me for outside very soon.
Nobody's touching you, don't worry.
Well, she just unpacked, if you get it,
But
right?
have you also experienced that? You've done this job for quite a while, Cyril and Jay, where somebody has come to sit, you've granted the person an interview, and the person says, the thing I talk, or why would that part where you put out?
Well, so sometimes there are, deliberate, intentional, malicious, attitudes from us media. And let me finish, please. Us media, where you just don't want to, you don't pick everything so that the whole thing makes sense, but you pick that just a part, and it sends a wrong signal because maybe the person explains certain things further. But of course, for us, we are looking for clicks and likes and attention and audience and
numbers. Not everybody, though.
So not everybody. Well, clearly not everybody, but the game of media presents headlines that will attract people to always want to come and check out the full story. So,
attention.
in this
fact that you say to check out the full story.
Yes, but
so if somebody
clearly
reads just the headline and concludes, how does it become my fault?
Yes, but clearly you are the bait is the intention is what is a bit.
I'm writing. I'm amplifying what you told me.
So I agree with what you said, that sometimes the celebs or the personalities also they need to know how to speak when they go on certain platforms so that they don't find themselves in such
But regardless.
Do
you not expect it?
The phone ring.
My friends are I think it comes with the territory. It's like being on a war front and complaining that people are shooting at you. Duh. You know,
that's why you are there, right?
That's why you are there.
Yeah.
You get the honey. You get the honey of it when it's sweet, but when a bee stings you every now and then, you are there for the honey.
Yeah.
Bee will sting you. It comes with the territory. So,
I mean, like I said, I always use that statement. When I, from the little experience I've had and I've seen, which I'm here to ask you with regards to being a woman, you know, when trolls come like that, I don't feed sugar to the ants anymore. I say.
Well, sometimes, you know, and so you told me that is, which is getting me to rethink. I would sometimes do the banter. If I feel like I have the energy for it, I do it. Like you post, I post, you post, I post. Shall I grew up in Teshi? I bring it on, you know. Now, I trouble
when the ants come, and the sugar cube, you use it to crush the ant. The sugar you want. I love it. They should come. I love it. I'll take one sugar cube. This is Mr. Ant. You want sugar? There you go. Here is sugar.
But me, I don't mind when they come in multitude because I don't have time to deal with everybody one after the other. But before I hand over to you, I want to say thanks to Workwear Ghana for this beautiful dress. They are located somewhere at Achimota ABC. If you want a beautiful dress like that. Today my wardrobe is empty, so I went to Workwear Ghana.
Well, the dress is it's on point, MzGee. I like it. You're looking really good. It's a Women's Day, so it's a Women's Day today. So obviously we're celebrating our women as well. Watch out for our women's or female playlist after Culture Daily today, right here on 3 Music.